What's up, YouTube? We back at it again with another video. Low key, this is the last video of the day. Last video of the day. But we got rappers reacting to Young Thug snitching. Now I want to say this real quick. It's two audios, guys. It's one he was talking to the police and cooperating way back, like in down 2018, 2017, something like that. And we got audio footage when he was on the phone with these other rappers. And they tried to make Young Thug look bad on some. Even he can't go to ATL, but they just try to make him look so bad. Like that's what they do to you though. That's what they do to you. Let's jump into the video. We see Tekashi. I low-key don't want to hear nothing from Tekashi, fool. Nothing. You don't get no respect, guys. No respect.
You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm not. It's me.
You spoke for 6, guys. And let's not get into that. It's not about him.
The host, like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all heard.
One thing I know about it, and it ain't got nothing to lose. He gonna take everybody down with him.
Talking about, and y'all heard what y'all own ear. You got one AI. They did that in the third. Oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about like Gunna ratted from saying yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a rat by saying they said Roscoe the bust up?
I know y'all love Thug, and I love y'all. But y'all just bear with me. I'm finna destroy Young Thug. He will not be able to rap no more. Woody, be quiet.
More footage of Young Thug in a different
That bitch still don't like Woody.
interrogation snitching on YSL members was released today. The news wrote, another clip of Young Thug in the interrogation room is going viral. Thug says, quote, promises, I made promises. Whatever anything you want to know in time, I'll tell y'all, but just don't tell the world.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Promises. Make promises. Just we'll keep promises. Whatever you anytime you ever want to know anything, tell me. I'll tell you anytime. Wait, I'm tell the world.
What you got?
Yes, you can.
Hey. I don't have your number.
Well, give it to me. If you ain't give it to her,
This would get the attention of Tekashi 6ix9ine, who would react with a message that many rappers actually respected him for.
Yo, I just want to know where all the energy at. The Young Thug situation, I stood quiet 2 days just watching it play out. Watching what excuses the people come up with. Every day, every year, every time they come out, y'all move the goalposts further. Oh, nah, bro, it's different. No, it's different, bro. It's different, bro. It's different. You told, like, before 12 in the afternoon, like, that's a forbidden rule. You can't do that.
That's a forbidden rule.
No, bro, it's okay, bro, because he told after 3, like, bro, it's so easy. They tell you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything used against you could be used in the court of law, whatever the case they say. You have the right to call an attorney right now. You spoke for 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm not, it's me, the host. Like, I'm not saying that. Y'all heard what y'all heard. Where's all the energy at? Why hear everybody quiet? Why Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Future? Why you not saying nothing?
If you know that rappers are agreeing,
I ain't gonna lie. Why you at Future? Like, anything, it should be Lil Baby and 21. I feel like Future is really the king of Atlanta. Everybody was saying Young Thug is either Young Thug or Future, but I've been saying it's Future. Future just get his paper and get out the way, cash.
with 6ix9ine, you know this is very bad for Young Thug. But this also resulted in YSL Woody telling Lil Baby and 21 Savage to stay out of Young Thug's current issue, or else if he goes down, Young Thug will bring them down with him.
See, like I said, Woody know the two people, 21 Savage and Lil Baby. You ain't had to bring Future into this, cash. My fault. I just had to say that.
Current issue, or else if he goes down, Young Thug will bring them down with him.
Told them that, Gunna, but it was going over their head. It was going over their head because why ain't street? This ain't who they pretend to be. I said, leave Gunna alone. Gunna didn't do nothing wrong. Go look at Thug's interview. They said, why you didn't sign Lil Baby? Thug said, because I ain't want to pull Lil Baby in my... Hey, look, baby, I know you might be watching, partner. Got nothing to do with you. Get your money. Hey, we need somebody to win, buddy. It can't be you. Stay out of it. Hey, 21, y'all, stay out of it. Hey, cause get what, bro? One thing I know about it, that ain't got nothing to lose. He gonna take everybody down with him.
That facts.
Trust me. When it's time for them to stand up, they gonna stand up. They can say what they want to say about me. They can say what they want to say about me. But I ain't did what nobody forced me to do.
Where 21 Savage would react by taking YSL Woody's advice. It would be announced that 21 Savage unfollowed Young Thug on Instagram, as YSL Woody is telling 21 Savage and Lil Baby to stay out because he's been manipulated by Young Thug in the past. Academics wrote, YSL Woody says Young Thug never paid for a lawyer for him in all of those interrogation videos, and that he used to defend Young Thug because he was under manipulation. He then takes accountability for all of his actions.
There's no way you supposed to be in the interrogation room without no lawyer. That goes back to the beginning. That man got all this money. He's supposed to took care of all y'all. He's supposed to make sure all y'all were good. But, it ain't his job to do that. That's me. I'm defending him. It ain't his job to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm so blinded. I'm so manipulated. It ain't his job to, you know what I mean, do that. You know what I mean? We didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. Because if we knew what we were getting ourselves into, we would have never been in it. We would have never been in there at the beginning. I wouldn't. I didn't. Like,
Woody couldn't wait for this moment to happen. You could tell Woody couldn't wait for this moment to happen.
I didn't respect a lot of stuff. Still don't.
However, Woody wasn't the only person manipulated by Young Thug in the past, because so was Rallo. Rallo argued his entire rap career was ruined because of Young Thug. He tweeted, well, I lied to the feds for real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're gonna have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we're waiting on that gospel album. Which
That bitch said I lied to the feds. Damn. That bitch said I got, what the fuck?
real, and you still called Lil Baby and told him to cut me off because I wasn't right. So now you're gonna have to go through what me and Gunna went through, and we're waiting on that gospel album, which is Rallo mocking Young Thug for tweeting just last week, if you're a rapper and you rap, you just gotta go gospel. However, Young Thug would then react to Rallo saying, see, the difference between me and you is, number one, your friend said you didn't lie. You actually told on people for real. You said that somebody actually did something that they were arrested for. Meanwhile, I made an honest mistake, saying that we sold Lil Wayne items to try to prove to the detectives that we weren't beefing with them. Do you see the difference? And let's not forget, you told Fannie Willis you would take the stand on me and Lucci in our case just to get out of jail. But this would only be the beginning. Charleston White would then react next, saying that he's extremely excited.
Did you snitching some more, nigga? What the world? On Twitter at that, or X.
This would only be the beginning. Charleston White would then react next, saying that he's extremely excited for the downfall of Young Thug.
Say, listen, I prophesied this. Right now, say TCV is looking at all this old videos. I told y'all Young Thug would go tell it. I told y'all. I'm always willing to bet with any rapper. If they keep Young Thug locked up 6 more months in the conditions he in, he'll tell to get out of jail too.
You wasn't lying. You was not lying. Ain't nothing wrong with telling, but you got this big image on. How you don't like rats? You don't like niggas who tell, and you turn around and do it. Like, we all looking at you sideways now, guys. But Charleston White been right. You been right. This old nigga always right.
They keep him 6 more months. Locked up in them conditions like that there.
Yeah.
He'll tell to get out of jail too. He about ready to break. I told y'all, I am the new prophet. I thought, man, what is he doing talking? A 2-hour interrogation, and you mad that Yak got it. You mad at Gunna. Gunna don't have no interrogation tape. And everybody mad at Gunna. This is what I tell y'all, hip-hop is fake.
However, Charleston White wasn't done here. He would then later double down, saying that he's about to destroy Young Thug, which if you agree with what he's saying, let me know down below in the comments.
Say, listen, Atlanta, I know y'all love Thug, and I love y'all. But y'all just bear with me. I'm finna destroy Young Thug. He will not be able to rap no more. Woody, be quiet. Rollo, you know they wrong for how they did you. Little baby, you might as well stop hanging with Thug. Gunna, don't talk, just stay back. Let me get this, I got y'all. Can't nobody beat me. I'm finna destroy. Swear to God.
They made Gunna look just like a damn snitch or straight out snitch. Like the rapper did too. Like that's wrong, dog. And then you end up snitching. Like that's wrong, dog.
Thanks, come on now.
But this is then when the entire world stood still. YSL Mondo would speak out on Young Thug snitching, giving an inside look of somebody in YSL on what they truly believe happened, and it doesn't look good for Young Thug.
I just beat him off. A Rico. Come home. Still talking about, oh, rap. Bro, that's God. That ain't nothing but God. Biting you back in your... Bro, cause you supposed to been thankful that you just beat a life sentence in a Rico and came home and minded your business and been humble. But instead, you still coming out pushing the rap narrative, bro, and all that, this, that, and the third. Now look, he came back and bought your bitch. But that ain't the key. The thing is, too, though, he brainwashed people. He still got was only talking about, and y'all heard with y'all own ears. You got one AI. It did that in the third. And, oh, he ain't rat on nobody. Bro, if you sit down with 12 and bust out and say these words, if y'all talking about like Gunna ratted from saying, yes, ma'am, you mean to tell me this not making a rap by saying, they said Roscoe the bust up. And then a nigga, Roscoe did 10 years behind it, and you just got on the internet tomorrow, didn't rat on you? Boy, so brainwash is sickening. Y'all need daddy figures, and y'all just be sitting back waiting on something good, waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe they'll put me on. Maybe I can get some out. Roscoe, you do work.
Is YSL a gang? Gunna, yes, ma'am. That nigga a rat. I feel like Gunna wasn't supposed to be a part of this at all. I know he hate this. I know he hate this, that he in this situation, but it is what it is, man.
Versus twin, you worse than the rap itself. You did 10 years twin behind Roscoe. You did 10 years behind me, brother. And you just come on the internet and didn't tell on you when everybody just heard the man say your name a few times. You feel me?
Which is extremely true. Young Thug should be grateful that he even got out of a YSL Rico case. He could have been serving life inside a prison, and instead of being released and living life to the fullest, he decided to go against Gunna for several months for his snitching allegations. All for it to just come back and get Young Thug. As this all resulted in the entire rap industry now going against him. From dissing him and unfollowing him, YSL Woody would then come out, starting to go at Pee Wee Roscoe, as he allegedly also has a very deep secret.
And Pee Wee, don't forget about that story when you said it out your own mouth how you did with that trans. Pee Wee Roscoe, you know well not to mention me, boy. You know I ain't got no sense. I ain't got no damn screws in my head, boy. You remember we was at the Sky House? Me, you, and Thug was sitting in the car, and that damn swap pass, and Thug tapped you and said, Pee Wee, what's up with that? And you told Thug how you stuck your clean up in it. Don't get me started.
With the entire YSL label then crumbling down, things only got worse from here, as his own people would then start listening to the entire 2-hour-long interrogation, where they were able to piece together even more snitching from Young Thug of crimes that happened in the Atlanta area.
This motherfucker one from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. This nigga was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the? That was so weird. This damn nigga took us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the did it. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. You know Roscoe? Man, scrub. I'm like, you man, bro. But I don't know, because every day bro, wow, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Where a tweet then went viral reading, Young Thug came out of jail, burnt down bridges, released zero good music, then just got exposed for being a rat. Tough scenes. This would be the final straw for Young Thug, where we would finally see him respond, and he would crash out on IG Live, dissing everyone that is going at him currently.
I don't even talk about you fake guys and fake houses with these pools
you can get put out of in the next 2-3 years and all that cheese. We ain't even finna talk about none of that. Like, that is the topic of, I guess. Yeah, your spot out right now. You gonna put it on Instagram. I bet you put it on Instagram at your house, huh? On God. You blocked from your page. And I'm on your from my fake page. Can't about to block me. I still see you post a picture. That ain't me on that picture. Lane Green. The whole world been thinking that too, man. I'm gonna say something about that, man. That ain't me with that skirt on with that hat. Man say he got more hits than me and Kendrick. Bro, your ain't got more hits than Kendrick, and you ain't damn sure ain't got more hits or anthems than me. You hard, why you tripping? And I ride past your house for sale sign up. Now you done went and took your whole money and put down on that goddamn house out there, man, and you couldn't finish paying it off.
You talk about Rollo? No, he not talking about Future. He must be talking about Woody. He must be talking about Woody. He gotta be talking about Woody.
Maybe I can't took up it back. Now your stupid gotta sell it.
Where DJ...
Man, your ass gotta be direct when you saying stuff like this. Who is you coming at, fool? Who you coming at?
Academics would then respond to Young Thug, telling him to calm down. The regular civilian that listens to rap music, we don't care if you snitched.
Man, I ain't gonna cap with y'all, man. Listen, I'm having a absolute blast. Now, here's the thing. I'm a civilian. And I think rappers don't realize that most civilians don't care about snitching. We really don't care. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, I listen to King Von, I listen to... I don't want to people, and I don't care about... I don't even like... I don't like criminals, but I listen to the music. I'm watching the street right now. They're going through... Yo, everybody... Yo, they're having crisis management teams trying to figure out... Yo, they're fighting for their lives right now, man. Yo, who's a snitch? Who's not a snitch? It's a snitch off. This is great. Yo, I love when street have to prove themselves to us. Because we watching like, we really don't care, but sure, crash out.
I ain't gonna lie to you. We really don't give a damn if you snitch or not. You ain't snitch on us. We don't know you. You ain't my people. Say shit. Man, I don't care. I still listen to Boss Richie. Boss Richie hard. You can't take talent away from talent. He a snitch, but he hard. Like, can't take talent away from nobody. I still listen to him, cuz even though we know he a snitch, but that's why Future don't really mess with him and drop him, and we don't care about that, guys. Future, you did not have to do that, but to the street niggas, you had to do that on some shit like that. So, hey, the civilians don't care, but the street niggas do, guys.
Go ahead.
Where he would then even further double down on this claim. Later on live stream, DJ Academics would reveal the truth, saying the rap industry is split down the middle on if this is actually snitching or not. It really depends if you just like the rapper, which if you like Young Thug, leave a like on the video. I'm curious how many of you still do.
If you ask me that somebody we like snitch, no snitch. Somebody we don't like, all right, we gonna look into it. That's how it goes. The first rule of did somebody snitch is do we like him? Keep telling y'all, it's better be liked than to be right. And let me tell you why. When we like somebody, we make them all time. He ain't tell. Yo, he mentioned his man's did the, but his man's, yeah, but his man was, his man eventually. You know the favorite one? Yo, bro. Yo, is anybody even locked up because of that? No, ain't nobody locked up. Yo, bro, he ain't snitch. Ain't nobody locked up because of what he said. How he snitch? You know what I mean? Third one. I love this one. This is like my favorite. He ain't snitch. Yo, he just spun the cops. Like, if anything, he did him a solid. He pointed him in another direction.
As this aligns perfectly to Gunna snitching. Even though Gunna may have ratted, many don't care because his music is really good. Meanwhile, everyone is taking out frustration on Young Thug because he hasn't been releasing any new music. But this is where something very strange happened, where fans believe Young Thug may have paid Pee Wee Roscoe to come out and say that Young Thug did not snitch on him. The news would write, Pee Wee Roscoe addresses Young Thug, supposedly telling on him in an interrogation video.
Politicking, man, Jeff clean his Listerine, man, clean his Ivory soap, you feel what I'm saying? I done the time, I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we said the Wayne Carter, what's wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do, a real street. Kept it solid, kept it overly real, you feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole. So, I don't, you feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the PR now, y'all don't remember when I was locked up now. Let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politics. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, that's the type of friend you want. He was like, man, Roscoe ain't told y'all that thing. Yeah, that's the beauty there. That's the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those, everybody is in the statement room, in the interrogation room, and they gave statements.
This is because, very strangely, Young Thug would respond within seconds. They didn't play my interrogation video in court because I helped my brother. #RapWhere. But here's where the entire story begins. Because in the YSL Rico trial, the prosecutor...
Give it up and be thankful that you out, cuz. That's all I gotta say.
But here's where the entire story begins. Because in the YSL Rico trial, the prosecutors, they wanted to use evidence against Young Thug relating to a tour bus incident with Lil Wayne in 2015. A report shared Lil Wayne might be called to testify in Young Thug's ongoing YSL trial about his 2015 tour bus incident.
There's no confrontation as to it.
It's not testimonial, Judge.
It's got to be relevant, and it's got to be for a particular purpose. Now, I'm telling you, if you get Mr. Carter in here, then you'll solve a number of your problems.
As the judge is telling the prosecutors they need Lil Wayne to testify and confirm that the evidence is true, as the prosecutors claimed Young Thug created a hit on Lil Wayne's tour bus in 2015, where the prosecutors even went as far as to bringing the bus driver to the stand. The news wrote, a tour bus operator for rapper Lil Wayne started to get emotional while recalling the moments at the bus in 2015. The operator said he retired shortly following the incident. Rapper Young Thug is being sued by the witness and is facing a RICO.
Damn. You went you up so bad. You think about retiring? Damn.
Charge.
Tell the jurors what happened once you got on 285.
Once I got on 285, within minutes, that's when the car came along and started at the bus.
Are you able to discern where the coming from? Does it come from the front of the bus, the back of the bus, or somewhere else?
They started at the back of the bus. They, my engine, my radiator, just started all down the side of the bus.
And at the time, did you have those passengers? Were those passengers that came out of the club, were they still on your bus as this bus is being picked up?
Yeah, they're back there screaming on the floor.
This is the point that everyone's trying to make. Lil Wayne did not show up to that court case. He didn't testify, he didn't sit with police, which is what you're supposed to do. Young Thug did the complete opposite and told a lot more information than he was supposed to. However, this is where it gets extremely concerning, as Gunna is now getting involved. The entire situation began with the release of Gunna's new album when he announced it on Twitter reading, "The Last One." Young Thug replied, "Nobody wanna hear that stuff." This rubbed Gunna the wrong way. He would post on his IG,
Bro, who you think you is, fool?
story before deleting, "Be quiet, bro. I don't mess with you anymore. You unfollowed me because you're not on the album," which got Young Thug very angry. The following night, Thug was attending a party with rapper Lil Baby, where he would play a snippet of a new song, completely name-dropping Gunna.
Young Thug ain't even doing subliminals. He's just straight up name. Hear this. He said, "Yeah, Gotti, he tricked me for some years. I know that was telling." And then he says, "The only reason I with you, Gunna, it was because of Troop." Now, Troop is like some other Atlanta. And supposedly that's how the story of how he kind of meets Gunna. But Young Thug is flat out saying it. I don't rock with these rats. That's what he's saying. He believes they're cooperatives, okay? Now, you know, there's a tasteful way to do it in music, and there's a I don't give a let's crash out drill music type of way, where you just say their names and call them rats.
This is completely against his probation agreement, which led to the news writing, "The state of Georgia has filed a motion to revoke Young Thug's probation and send him back to jail." With the entire rap industry now concerned for Young Thug going back to jail, academics hopped on live explaining the truth.
Gunna's plan, I'm telling you this is a fact. He always thought Thug would be free. But he thought that once Thug got his freedom and didn't get all those years, granted, I think he got let out maybe a year and a half before Thug. He thought Thug would forgive him. Thug would be like, all right, bro, yeah, you right. Like, what they caught you up on wasn't really, it's all good. You're my mans. You're still. Thug is not letting it go. So Gunna at that point realizes, not only is Thug free, there's no place for me on YSL anymore. And there's no love and there's no more returning to that friendship. Gunna always wanted to get back together. Thug never wanted to. And now, Gunna has accepted that. What happened is that Gunna had a YSL tattoo. He's now covered it up. You see some flames. This is the new fit Gunna. He's covered up YSL, the snake, and also the word YSL.
But this would create a massive problem. This resulted in thousands of fans spamming Young Thug just forgive Gunna for what he did. But this made him laugh in the studio, where he would show on IG he's completely fine, but also this came with another problem.
Yeah, that's some pounds, Pete.
Bag.
This was a big mistake for Young Thug.
Alright, so this is coming to play. Well, why everybody can't eat food? You out of jail, he out of jail. You just can't go back to your city. You probably on probation for a couple years. Like, y'all both out of jail. Y'all both beat a Rico. Why is you still mad at this man? Like, I can see he the reason you be in. Like, I can see if he the reason you in jail for the rest of your life. Alright, you can be mad. You can be mad at that man, but you out free. The only thing is you can't go back to your city or your state, whatever it is. You can't go back to ATL. That's literally all it is. They just ban you from ATL. Why you just won't make up with the man? Gunna ain't no real rat. He just said YSL is a real game. I feel like Gunna ain't had nothing to do with that. Like, Gunna wasn't killing people. He wasn't shooting people. He wasn't tying people up. He wasn't taking purses. He was just a rapper. Gunna was just a rapper, fool. That's all he was.
Because Gunna was a part of the YSL Rico trial. A part of his probation agreement, he is not allowed to diss Gunna. He's not allowed to badmouth him in any sort of way, whether it's in music or just online in general, which made the Atlanta DA submit new paperwork to revoke his probation agreement. And it didn't help that Young Thug then dissed that woman police officer, the same one Gunna made his plea deal with.
What Young Thug did to have this is how you know this 4 p.m. is real. Young Thug posted the woman. This is Marissa Vivierdo. He said, biggest liar in the DA office. He posted her, okay? And then he also reposted, all my homies hate Vivierdo. Now, this is someone who is a officer of the law. This is someone who is a government official. When you do that and you're under probation, the government is gonna be like, oh, you sending smoke signal that people should hurt this woman? That's why they're doing a motion to revoke his shit. Why did he do this? Because she's testifying in the OMF case, and she's basically saying, yo, OMF and 4PF, Lil Baby and them, they're beefing and is dying, and indictment's finna come down.
With the help of the diss towards the female police officer, Young Thug then released his song Money on Money. They then used the lyrics and quote, these guys telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends, confirming to the Atlanta court system, Young Thug has been dissing Gunna. However, Thug got aware of this very quickly. He would then do his first public interview, trying to calm down the situation, that way he doesn't get pursued by the feds again.
I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wonder that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
But this is what is extremely interesting. A post on Reddit would go viral claiming that this was the police's plan the entire time. If you do remember, when Young Thug was released from the YSL trial, Academics himself said, in quote, Academics speaks on Young Thug getting released, and he says the stipulations are a setup for the court to put Young Thug back into jail, explaining how everything's a setup for Thug to eventually fail, break his probation.
What in the world? Everything is a setup for it. Wow. Like, I knew that, of course, but Wow. He really did fall into the trap again. That's sad, bro.
Then be sentenced to prison without a trial.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. But he's always gonna talk about him and is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, it's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about again. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
Seeing as he did 2 police interrogations, both of them just so happened to be leaked online. He also had to defend himself against everyone dissing him, which breaks his probation agreement. Then the Atlanta court created an entire evidence file of a compilation of evidence of Thug dissing Gunna, which he is also not allowed to do, which will be more than enough evidence to then put Young Thug right back into jail. If you believe it's all a setup, comment down below and leave a like on the video if you're still a Young Thug fan.
He literally fell right back into the full circle. That's crazy, bro. Kid, please stay in school and out these streets. The streets don't love anybody. Facts. You come home from a Rico and you still throwing shots at the man you not even supposed to be throwing shots at. Oh my God, fool. Like, that's bad. Like, you throwing shots at this man, you're not even supposed to be throwing shots at this man. Like, all you had to do, I ain't gonna say you got money because I can't say that. And I ain't know your living situation or your finance situation, but from my perspective, you got money, fool. Like, why don't you just go to another state or something? Stay far away from Atlanta, because you can't go there for 10 years. Even though that's your city. Just chill out, vibe, twin, like, live your life. But I can see how that's hard to do because that's your city. Like, you can't hang out with none of your friends, barely family. It's just a sad situation, cause you literally just fell back into the trap for real. Like, I ain't know what to say about that, man. And he came back on here dissing Gunna. You came back on here dissing Gunna? For what, fam? For what, fam? But hey, man, I'll catch y'all boys in the next video. Hold on. It's our Thugby. Hey, wow. Hey, wow. Answer that dope, guys. Catch y'all boys in this video. Hey, wow. Take this 10 years from me, guys.